Yo, what's good? It's Skano. So I guess UMG is also contractually obligated to protect Drake's image at all cost. You know what I'm saying? So the suit, the second part of the actual getting down to, you know what I'm saying, the bone of this, however you want to put it, defamation of character. So he's basically saying UMG conspired with these platforms, streaming platforms, namely iHeart, to run this song up, juice it up, gas it up, bot it out. You know what I'm saying? Even though they knew the song contained, defamatory rhetoric, innuendo, you know what I'm saying? They chose to, pay for play, is being accused basically incentivizing these platforms and streamers to run that song up. You know what I'm saying? And Drake is saying that basically, from what I'm getting out of this, that they, violated his contract by, you know what I'm saying, promoting this song. Even though it's not yet proven that they actually did, but even if they did, oh, I mean, so what? I mean, y'all competitors on the same label. I mean, even though UMG gave you, that big contract, they're not your babysitters. So, to expect them to this lawsuit. So basically, just saying that they were, negligent, you know, and took part in this, the desecration of his reputation with the "Not Like Us" song. So that's basically what the brunt of this is. They, he trying to basically petition data, streaming data, even though I'm pretty sure, you know, somewhere along the way during all this time, I'm pretty sure Drake's career has also benefited from bots, you know, streaming bots. Woo woo. It just makes sense to me. I don't think the "Not Like Us" song is the first time in history that, you know what I'm saying, somebody has benefited from bots. And I'm pretty sure, like I said, the shoe was on the other foot, you know. So, uh, the "Not Like Us" song went so crazy. And basically, what he's suing for is he's super tight over the pedo accusations. That's the brunt of this. Had that not been brought up, we wouldn't, all this wouldn't be taking place. So obviously, that narrative, because that wave, man, a minor, that resonated. Anything else you took out of that battle, I mean, it could have made 100 songs. That right there resonated with everyone, as far as listeners, and he knows that, he understands that. He can't outmaneuver that stigma that's attached to him now. Because to wait, you know what I'm saying? This is not about that anymore. He understand now, being able to read the landscape, I'm sure, you know what I'm saying, what his status is now in hip hop. And this like a last attempt at some type of vengeance. Because the song, not just "Not Like Us," but just the warpath Kendrick been on, particularly, regarding Drake the past summer. Like I said, man, completely destroyed this nigga out here. Now, I'm speaking within the culture, man. There's probably still people in hip hop that fuck with Drake. But I'm saying, as far as big dog status, and it's like totally rearranged the landscape of where Drake thought he stood in hip hop. And I think, that's been hard for him to deal with this. Because like I said before, if dude just took the L with some type of grace, or even if he just came back and made more music, man. But this whole campaign to try to you know, make it seem as if somehow you were wronged and, you know, you was scammed, you was set up for a downfall. Maybe, perhaps, in a sense, because the nigga told you don't take it there. You were warned. He said don't make this shit personal. And you got cute and brought up his baby mama, woo woo, and this the fallout, man. So this move is pretty weak, like I said before, man. But hey, you know, like I said, this nigga seeking any type of solace he can in any way he can. So this law, you know. But I really think the underlying meaning to all this is Drake trying to get out of that contract. That's what I really believe. I think as big as dude talk, and I also been saying, ain't shit gonna change. You know what, dude? I honestly believe, in light of this, man, because just based off his own movement is how you have to perceive, you know, how he perceived the circumstances. This is desperation. This ain't even desperate. This is resignation. This is like, man, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap. You know, he understand the landscape has changed. The song changed everything. The battle changed everything. I don't know that he feel like he confident that he can recoup that money from that contract at this point, man. Because that contract was signed at a time where Drake was like, you know what I'm saying? He was that dude in the industry. Perceptually, it was seen. You know what I'm saying? No, fuck all that. He was that dude. So the sky was the limit. You know, it was like 400 mil. Nigga. Yeah, and you heard him talking like that, you know, in music like 400 mil, and that really is on some low shit, you know, because I'm worth a billy. After this, that nigga, he must be shook, man, that he not going to be able to recoup. I think he trying to get out of this contract. He trying to prove UMG was negligent. You know what I'm saying? Basically, that's what the lawsuit, it's not yet a lawsuit, but, and this, from what I understand, will never see a courtroom, or is 99.9% chance this won't see a courtroom. This will be like, you know, attorneys sitting around delegating shit. But saying UMG, you know, conspired to juice up these numbers on this song, which they knew contained, you know, the rhetoric, which was damaging to his career. If he could prove that, like, you know what I'm saying? That's breach of contract in some way. He can get from under this. That's what I believe this is about at this stage. Because not trying to, y'all got it all wrong. It ain't about the Kendrick shit. He didn't already, you know, I'm not saying he over it, but what I'm saying is he know he can't do nothing with that situation. Moving forward, this is like damage control for his. You know, he preemptively trying to move the pieces on the chessboard regarding his own career, man. So it's bigger than this rap battle shit. This is, you know what I'm saying? This done shook up his whole, which I wouldn't have never fathomed at the beginning of this shit. But I think people really wanted to latch on to something so bad, you know, to hate on dude for, or just to have something to say, oh yeah, you know what when he put the pedo shit out, people just, plus the shit that's out there on the net, man, that Drake's kind of laid the groundwork for this him damn self, just moving unscrupulously at certain times, you know, to stay on stage at the concert with the young chick. That right there is like, along with the song, pressed and stamped, it's like, it's right there. It's like, yeah, nigga, that's you that nigga. And the snowball turned into an avalanche, and this is where we at, and dude is doing damage control like a motherfucker. So, but it's a wrap. It's a wrap as far as, you know, like I said before, ain't no, Ain't nothing to do with this. But as far as that, you know what I'm saying? Remodeling and configuring your image and your status like that. No, you should have done that like came back with some heat. Not wait 8, 9 months later, a year later, and file a lawsuit after you see the fallout. It's like, oh man, this shit. What? You know what I'm saying? I gotta figure out something. I gotta. So, but speaking of beef, apparently Wayne, try to have a conversation or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Chop it up with Kendrick. Hit him on his hitter, which I understand. Kendrick rejected that, stiff armed that call. Like, nah, stay over there, buddy. You waited all this time. You know what I'm saying? All this time since the Super Bowl selection situation. You've been on this salty ass crock, you know what I'm saying? This campaign, salt campaign as I call it. And I speak on the situation. Now that's on some viral shit. Now you want to call and try to have a powwow and shit. It's like, nah. The lines have already been drawn. We ain't doing that. Kendrick is this nigga really standing on, like, you know what I'm saying? I think he really just don't fuck with the industry in general. He just on a war path, to purge out the industry as far as rap is concerned, So anybody can get it, whether you a legend in the game or not. So Tucci, like I said, man, Wayne a lyrical monster on some metaphors, wordplay type shit. But too much ammunition. So K. Dot apparently is ready for war. I'm saying, and when I say that, metaphorically speaking, what I'm saying, he didn't. The spear has been thrown in the ground, and it's like, okay, this where we going. You know what I'm saying? And from what I understand, Wayne ain't got in the studio for a rebuttal, a diss track, pleading his case. I don't know where he's shooting from. But from what I understand, he is in the studio. And this is about to be Wayne versus Kendrick now. He better get clean, man. You better get your mind right. If this the form you stepping in, like I said before, a sober Wayne ain't nothing to sleep on. But Kendrick a whole different type of monster, and it's just too much ammunition. Wayne, his propensity to be tone deaf in regard to social, political issues. This is a nigga who not only used Emmett Till, his namesake, in a throwaway verse in a song that's forgettable as hell, but also says at some point, some years back, but he don't believe in racism. Racism is not an actual thing. So, this nigga he's not in tune with the culture like that. I mean, as far as being linked in, tapped in, as far as, you know what I'm saying? Current events, socially, politically. This nigga is in his own world, man. He in Wayne world. These things such as, systemic racism and woo-woo police brutality, these are things that don't affect him, apparently, because like I said, he been under, Birdman wing for so long. You talking about a nigga that been under Bird, he pretty much been a millionaire since 15, 16. So this nigga is not, you know what I'm saying? He kind of detached from reality in a sense. And you add in the concoction of that, the drugs, the ego, and Wayne may be kind of like setting up his own death trap here. Because like I said, while Wayne is cannot sleep on the man lyrically, even, at this stage, drugs or not, but Kendrick will deconstruct this nigga. It's not only like I said, the lack of social political awareness, Um, the drug use, woo woo, if you wanted to go that route. But this blood thing, man. Like Wayne is not no fucking blood, man. You know, I know he, at some point in time, he start carrying, you know what I'm saying? He start running with the flag like he was on that. But from what I understand, that shit is fugazi. And understanding the type of culture that Kendrick grew up around and immersed in, and how Cali is in general in regard to this gang shit, it's like they don't play, you know what I'm saying, in regard to that's another angle that he could go at Wayne and just desecrate him, you know. Just them points alone, you know. But this may be, you know, I said if they don't pump the brakes on this, it would go left fast, and it may be headed in that direction. But I'm here for it. But this nigga is calling out the industry. That's what this is about. I'm saying Kendrick and in general, put niggas on notice, man. And I think Wayne, as legendary as Wayne is, man, and I'm not trying to undersell this nigga, you know, we know, you know, Wayne is legendary GOAT type status in his rap shit. But he is sort of the epitome, the caricature of what the image has become as far as hip hop artists. You know what I'm saying? Surface level type, you know, just give them some trinkets, you know, type shit. I really think Wayne encapsulates the type of artist that Kendrick is, you know what I'm saying, putting in the crosshair. And I'm not saying Wayne specifically, you know, at any point in time, but I'm saying in general. You understand where I'm coming from? Because if you really look, Kendrick is the anti-Wayne, you know. So niggas with no substance for real. The superficial, you know, glamorization of the trope of the urban Negro. That's pretty much what he's shooting at. You know, deconstructing the whole, you know, the whole facade, the whole facade, however you want to put it. And, you know, separating the house niggas from the field niggas. Because if you really want to look at it like Wayne, like I said, he been up under the label for most of his life. And he has developed a house nigga mindset. To sit around talking about racism don't exist because you know, based on your own, you know, abilities and gifts and talents, no doubt, have been able to obtain, you know what I'm saying? So you were so far removed from actual reality, and that's the mistake you can make as an artist in Wayne's position when you've been, you know what I'm saying, in the lap of luxury for so long. At this point, you can't connect with certain demographics of hip hop anymore. You got to stick to just basic surface level shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all he be on. So a nigga like Kendrick, like I said, would totally deconstruct Wayne. Wayne gonna say some shit, and I'm not even confident in Wayne's rap battle ability. I'm gonna be honest with you, but this is beyond just rap. Like I said, this is a purge, and you know, as we seen, nobody is beyond the scope of this nigga's aim. So if Wayne is next to get his shit painted on the wall, it is what it is, right? The culture is spoken. But this gonna be interesting for real. 216 Skano, you already know.